Now, if you have interest in publishing a book, I want to guide you on how to get started on this journey and actually excel at it. Point one, when you want to publish a book, is that you need to think about who is going to read your book. Why this is important is that it helps you really decide whether you should bother writing the book or not. So, in simple terms, if you think and you can't see an audience for a book you are writing, no matter how passionate you are about that subject matter, you shouldn't bother writing. The reason is because a book is not just a collection of paper with ink on it bearing your name. It's a product. A product just like a toothpaste, a product just like your phone, a product just like any other product you use. And unless there's a real market for a product, that product shouldn't even come out in the first place, shouldn't be created. So when you think about your audience, it helps you to start thinking not just as an author, but also as a marketer. Because when it comes to marketing, marketing doesn't start when the product is already created. Marketing starts from the point of conception of a product. Because a key aspect of designing a product is that you have a real audience that are going to read or an audience that are going to consume that particular product. In this case, you have an audience that are not just interested in the subject matter you are writing, but they are so interested that they are willing to spend money to buy that book. And they actually, apart from willingness, they also have money, because sometimes you can have people who are willing to buy a book, but they don't have money to buy the book. So this is what happens when you start thinking about this at the early stage of your book publishing or writing process. When you find the financial capacity of your target audience, it also helps you in your pricing. A case in point is that you don't print your book on cream bond. That's what we call sometimes foreign print or brown paper. When you know your target audience are secondary school students who may not even be able to afford a book printed on white paper. Also, when you know your target audience, you know you want to use this book for evangelism, and you know you are going to have to fund the production of this book. You consider that you need to generate money for this, so you don't price your book. You don't print the book with very expensive materials. I like hardback, but for God's sake, if a book you're going to distribute for free, you are selling to children, secondary school students, and undergraduates, you may have to print it on paperback because that's a lot easier to buy. And then another reason why you need to consider your audience before you start writing your book or at the early stage of your publishing journey is that it shapes the kind of things you say, the language you use to say it, and the things you cover. A book is a product that is supposed to solve an information need or fill an information gap. If you don't know your audience, you won't know the gap you ought to fill in their life. I hope this video helped.